What's up? This is your boy Super, and I'm playing the Kerbal Space Program. I think that's what it's called. Don't know, we're gonna have to check and see. But last time we left off, we completed a rocket that was gonna orbit, and now we're gonna launch it. It's called the SuperSat 1. It's gonna launch into orbit, detach the fuel and the rocket engines, and leave the command pod orbiting the Earth. Because that's just like how I like to do it over here at Super Space. Director and CEO of Super Space, your boy Super. Over at SuperTube. Soup. Soup. I love loading screens, especially long ones like that. Gets me in the mood to play a game. I'm just joking. Go for orbit. Building off the prior flight tutorials, Gene Kerman teaches you how to achieve orbit with the vessel you built in the advanced construction tutorial. It's a big step. All tutorials automatically use radial preset mode. Back, where's the title screen? Kerbal Space Program, Enhanced Edition. Alright, scenario, or training. Go for orbit. Yeah, the moment we've been waiting for. Welcome! Today we will tackle an absolutely essential skill for any space program, getting to orbit. Without this skill, we might as well be teaching you Kerbal Flight Simulator. I trust you've already checked the other flight tutorials, as well as the advanced construction one to be familiar with Kerbal 1 vessel we will be launching today. If not, I highly recommend you do so before going through this one. If you want to go back and try others, then press options and choose end scenario, otherwise X, and you'll go to the next screen. Alrighty then, let's do this. As I said before, the plan here is to get our vessel and pilot safely into orbit. As with the suborbital flight we did previously, we will follow a curved path to get to the point where we can circularize our orbit. Today's gravity turn, however, will be much shallower than the path we followed previously, so that we build speeds towards orbit. This is different from how the Kerbal pilots of old did it. They would head straight up and then hang it right as if the air was soup or something. We'll be turning early and smoothly, but don't turn too far or you might be mistaken for one of those low-flying turkeys. As with the previous flight, I will place a target marker on the nav ball to show you the optimal velocity vector, but do note that this indicator won't be around normally and is not usually used the way this tutorial uses it. It's also display some technical information about your path as you go to help you learn the right way to get there. For now, set your throttle to the max and prepare to launch. You should You should now see the marker on the nav ball, so you'll have something to follow, and this ship has been designed so that you don't need to worry about throttle control during the ascent. Hit X when you are ready to go for orbit. If you want Valentina, the Kerbal pilot, to fly the curve for you, then you can enable SAS and set the mode to target after liftoff. Okay. T minus 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Get ready to start pitching down once you reach 60 millisecond. Ah, shucks, something went wrong. You're way off course. You need to quick. Oh crap! No, no! Oh crap! No! Set it to target. There we go. We're pretty on course. We're in the vicinity of the course. No, I want it on target, my boy, my duder. Hope that's good enough. We're on the pink. Awesome. That is how you do it, gentlemen and ladies. Are we freaking falling? We are. We didn't make it out of the atmosphere. Abort action group. Okay, there's that. We're gonna need that in a minute. We're free falling down back to the planet. She's smiling like a little freak. You're gonna die, girl. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna die. Abort. Arm parachute. We got it. Oh crap. No, we got it at 0.75. Looks like it's armed, right? We got no way to steer it. Why isn't it launching in this beast? It's broken. Oh no, oh no, it's not working. Our parachute is not working. Mayday, mayday. Okay, there we go. It's a bit too late though. We're gonna crash really hard, I still. That worked awesome. You're lucky, little girl. Smiling over there looking all silly when you're about to die. Toggle gear action group, light action group, brakes action group. God, I thought there was. Oh, that's after it lands. Abort action group. It's long time consuming process to design a rocket that's actually going to be safe. Uh oh, uh oh, uh oh. Set on my remote. So what can we do? We've got the chute. Can press square over here. Let's go ahead and cut chute. See how that does. I wonder if we died. I think we did. That was too high. It doesn't tell us what happened, but she was killed and splashed down too hard and was destroyed. Oh, dang. Revert to launch. 8 minutes ago? Doesn't seem that long ago. Set your throttle to max and prepare to launch. If you want Valentina, the Kerbal pilot, to fly the curve for you, then you can enable SAS and set this mode to target after liftoff. Okay. Target, there we go. Time to start pitching down, follow the marker. She didn't do it like she was supposed to. I gotta do it my dang self. We are... Oh crap, I'm missing the mark. We're gonna die. Okay, on stage 2. Get ready to again to discard the lower stage. Okay, I'm getting ready. Stage again to ignite the upper stage engine. Excellent, you survived the first phase of orbit. Oh crap, oh no. There we go. So you survived through the first phase of the launch. Now we have a longer, more gentle burn to accelerate towards apoapsis. Here we switch to map mode, L1 and R1. We have a look at the trajectory of the rocket and watch the apoapsis rise as we gain speed. Oh, that's cool. Okay, we lost some. There we go. Great, now you can keep an eye on that trajectory while we track our future path. If you hover the apostasis mode on the map, you'll be able to see the estimated highest altitude of our future path. You can pin a marker so that it remains visible. To do that, toggle the cursor mode and press square over the marker. We need to keep burning along that path until we clear the atmosphere by a handy margin. We'll aim for 80 kilometers. Cut the engine, press down once the apostasis hits 80K. I'll cut it off for you once it passes 81. Meanwhile, I'll keep an altitude display open so you can track your progress ascending and an apostasis display to track your progress reaching 80 kilometers. Ape. Currently at 46, we need to get to 47. Doing good, doing good. I'm pressing out. Okay, there's the cursor, but I can't. Okay. Doing good. Doing real good. And that's what's going to get us scared. Make sure the engine is shut off now and we'll coast till we clear the atmosphere at 70-kilometer altitude. You may notice our speed dropping a little as we coast. There's nothing to be concerned about. It's just gravity trying to bring us down and air trying to prevent our success. We'll beat it though. You're looking good. Meanwhile, I'll keep an altitude display open so you can track your progress according to ascending to your apostasis. Alright. Stay on that path, girl. Doing good, doing real good. Cruising through space. See if we can get a better view of the Earth there. That's not a good view for our height, though. See how far we are out of the atmosphere. We're on a weird curve. Oh, this would be so difficult without the tutorial. 64 kilometers. Yeah, we do seem to be getting for. Oh, there's a nebula. It's probably the Milky Way. There's the moon. Nice blue star over there in the center. 68 kilometers. '70. Now that we clear the atmosphere, we can warp ahead through time to get to the apophis more quickly. Important rocket scientists like us do not have time to waste. Press X when you're ready, and we'll warp till it's time to make our next burn. We're warping now, huh? 7 kilometers. We're almost there. Now all we need to do is accelerate some more so that we fall past Kerbin. That's basically what an orbit is falling and missing. Gravity will be pulling us towards the center of Kerbin, but we'll be traveling so fast that we constantly miss. Rotate your craft to align with the prograde marker. Learn more about that later. Or use SAS as maneuver mode. When it's time to throttle up, I'll tell you. SAS maneuver mode. Surface, orbit, surface, orbit. So we went traveling too fast. Guide. Okay, move it towards the marker. I got you. Okay, I'm on the marker. Looks like we're in orbit now, ladies and gents. He's supposed to tell me when it's time to throttle up. When the blue meets the yellow. What I would assume. Cut off your engines once you've completed the burn. I've calculated for you. You can yourself once it's in a stable orbit. Throttle up. Congratulations, you are now officially in orbit. That is quite the achievement. Hopefully you can see the difference between suborbital hop and this reaching out orbital ascent, and just how far and early we turned. Also notice how we designed our rocket to accelerate reasonably through the ascent and didn't go straight to ludicrous speed. Overpowering the ship is a common rookie mistake. I'm in orbit now. Yeah, woo, So, are we done? Yes, I think we're done. Flight status. Separation of stage 4 confirmed. Yay! Oh, look at the sunrise. Yay! Sunset, sunrise, whatever. It's all the same here, buddy. Oh, the camera's broken. Okay, so I guess we're done. On to the next training mission. It would be Orbiting 101. This training scenario covers the basics of flying a spacecraft in orbit. Essential maneuvers like raising and lowering apoapsis and periapus modes, and also important concepts, such as what the terms apoapsis and periapsis mean. You'll start off in a low circular orbit around Kerbal with the Orbital 1 training craft ready to go. The one we just launched, huh? It's a long, in-depth tutorial for a long, in-depth game. Welcome to the Orbiting 101 training program. I'm Gene Kerman, and I'm going to teach you the basics of orbiting. I assume we've already done the basic flight tutorials, and we are now ready to learn how to get around in space. If you haven't done them, well, I hope you know what you're doing. Orbiting is really nothing more than free falling. The only thing is that as you fall, you're moving so fast forward that you actually miss the ground, because up here, there is no atmosphere to slow you down at this height. You will continue to free fall endlessly around the planet without having to use your engines. We are currently on a low, almost circular orbit around Kerbal. To get a better view of your situation, open the radio menu and select Open Map to go into the map view. Alright, we are in an orbit. Definitely. This is the map here. You can see your ship's position and its current trajectory around the orbit. Use the right stick to look around and see your orbit from various angles. Also, hovering over the icons on the map in cursor mode will display more information about them, and pressing square on the node will pin the info. Oh, the map view is a lot better. Okay. Close the map when you're ready. Open the radio menu and select Close Map. Good, let's practice now. I trust you already know your basic spacecraft controls. Up here, they're very much the same, except the lack of an atmosphere makes the ship behave quite a bit differently. Because there's no drag slowing you down, for every input you apply, you'll have to apply an opposite one to come to a stop again. I'm going to remotely nudge your altitude controls a little bit. Try to get the ship back under control afterwards. If you find yourself totally out of control, press circle to toggle SAS on. It will automatically cancel my remaining rotations. Are you ready? Yeah. Got it to slow down a little bit. Okay. Jeez, these guys are gonna die. Oh my god. I got it a little bit. Making me sick, man. Okay. It's insane in the membrane. Okay. Altitude control is an essential skill for a spacecraft pilot. Master it, and you'll be well on your way to becoming an expert pilot. You can try this again if you want, or press X if you're ready to move on. Just try it again. Screw it. Try it again. Let me turn SAS off. Not working very well. Oh crap, I'm making it worse every time. Oh my god, dude. This is impossible. Almost got it. Oh, I gotta get it down to freaking 0. What the hell? Screw that. That is insane. Let's have a look at the nav ball now. You've probably seen the symbols on it when you were spinning around. Here's what they mean. Prograde, retrograde vectors. They point towards and away from your velocity vector, respectively. That is, it points to and away from where you're going. The blue ones are radial in and out vectors. They point towards and away from the current orbited body. The pink ones, normal and anti-normal vectors. They are perpendicular to the orbit plane. They point upwards and downwards with respect to the orbital plane, respectively. Now let's try something a little more involved. Open your map again. What we want to do now is go through some of the basic maneuvers you'll need to know. Let's try raising your apoapsis. First, the apoapsis is the highest point in the orbit, and it's indicated by the node marked ape. Is that it? No, Kerbal Paraplaps. Right there. Okay, the best place to raise your apoapsis is at the periplaps node, which is the lowest point of your orbit. If you hover the cursor over the periplaps mode, you'll see that we are going to reach it in a few minutes, and once there, we will prograde and burn. Activate the time warp mode using the radio menu to speed up time to a little so we can get there faster. Time warp mode. Okay, now time is passing by 5 times faster than normal, so we should be there in a few moments. You can control the time warp with L1 and R1. Okay, so this time will put us back to normal time in a minute before we reach Phillips. Start lowering the rate even further. Okay. Okay, now time is passing by. Okay, it's not working anymore. I don't see us where we at on there. We're going to the, okay, no, let me go faster. Yeah, we're going in the opposite direction. Warp here. Time warp. Warp there. Exit warp mode. Jeez, now what does it exactly want me to do? Now time is passing past faster than normal, so we should get there in a few moments. You can control time warp with L1 and R1. This time I'll put us back to normal about a minute before we reach Periplus. Start lowering the rate even further. Okay, so you're gonna do it. Okay. I thought I had to do it. Okay, we're a good deal away from it. Good deal away from the place there, buddy. Hope you were paying attention. Good job. Good job. Good time to do our burn. Turn the ship to face the prograde vector now. Okay. That's that it. Yeah. So now we return to prograde. Check SAS is engaged to keep her steady. Press up to accelerate at full throttle. Keep thrusting till the altitude reaches 800,000 meters, 800 kilometers. Just about to 700 kilometers. Seven 50, 760, 770, 70, 80, 79, 790, 791, 792, 793, 74, 798, 799, 800. Well done. This is how you raise your apopacis mode. When with orbital maneuvers, pretty much everything you do will affect the opposite side of your orbit. So to raise the highest point, you thrust forward or prograde at the lowest point. Similarly, to raise your lower point, you thrust prograde at the higher point. We're on our way to the higher point now, so let's do just that. And he's going to warp us there to get us there quickly. We're on the way to the high point now. Notice how your ship loses speed as we rise. That's because we're climbing away from the planet. So we lose speed as we go higher, just like a ball does when thrown into the air on curving. The higher you are, the slower your orbit will be. Notice how the Mun's orbital speed is around 540 meters a second, while that yours is far higher. That's because our orbit is so much lower than that of the Mun. When we reach the highest point, we will burn prograde again to raise the lower point and circularize our orbit. Okay. Okay, here we are. Same as before, turn your ship to face the prograde. The yellow half, yellow bullseye with lines on it. There you go, prograde. Turn the ship to face the prograde. Okay, mind that we are probably facing the other way right now, so the prograde marker might not be visible at first, but you can find it easily because it's on the opposite side from the retrograde marker. Once you're facing the right direction, fire up that engine and watch the peripheral rise. Keep burning prograde until the orbit is nearly circular. Okay. Eccentricity will be zero when it's perfectly incircular, so keep an eye on that. Eccentricity measures how elliptical your orbit is. Zero means the orbit is circular. Burn, baby, burn. Cooking inferno. Five, four, three, two, one. This is how you change the size of your orbit. This maneuver should come in handy in many situations. Next, we'll look into changing your orbital inclination. Press X when ready to proceed. Your orbital inclination is the angle between your orbit and Kerbin's equator. If you manage to maintain a reasonable amount of control so far, we should still be in nearly zero inclination orbit. That is, even though we've changed the altitude of our orbit, it still has the same inclination as before. Changing inclination is done by thrusting a 90-degree angle to your prograde vector, but without changing your pitch relative to the surface. On our present, nearly equator orbit, prograde is due east. That means to increase our inclination so that our orbit takes us into higher latitudes, we have to burn towards the normal direction. Notice how you burn north, your orbit starts to tilt up on one side, but the lower and high nodes remain mostly the same. This is because we're accelerating in a completely new direction, so this maneuver doesn't add or take away any energy from orbit as long as we are careful to continue facing normal during the burn. Keep accelerating towards the normal until your inclination is about 10 degrees. 0.3 degrees. Wow, we're really going to be changing it. It's a lot of accelerating. Point 4. The hell are we doing? This is crazy. Point 6 degrees, not even 1%, and we've got to get all the way to 10%. You're crazy. We're going in the wrong direction. See if we head in this direction. It helps any. No. In this direction. No. What about left or right? Oh, we got something there. Nothing. Got another one. Control settings scenario. I don't know. I think that was the right one. I think we're out of fuel. Oh no. We're gonna head towards that blue one. I must have picked the wrong target to go to. Says we still got fuel. Action groups. Full cut throttle. I want to find a legend for the icons. Yeah, okay. Okay, we got the, so we're supposed to head to prograde, okay. But we ran out of fuel by heading to prograde. Can you believe that? I can't believe we ran out of fuel in the middle of the tutorial mission. Well, this has been your boy Super playing the Kerbal Space Program, and we've been learning the ins and outs of orbiting the planet. I hope you enjoyed it, and it would help me out a lot if you could like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode.